Dan Larson here, and I am at the photo booth with the first edition of Flea Market Finds for 2018. There are a lot of stuff today. We hit 2 flea markets, so I'm going to have to go kind of fast. I'm not going to spend too much time on any one single thing. If you have any questions or comments or whatever about a particular thing, just let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to respond, but I cannot promise any promises. So first off, we're going to go right here. Find of the day. Always great to kick off flea market season with a brand new, to me, Boba Fett figure. You just don't want to even focus, do you? There we go. Brand new Boba Fett figure. I think this is number 373 in the Boba Sett. Nice shape. He's, he's got wear and tear. That's the way I like him. You know, I like knowing that they've seen some play. He's got some discoloration. He's dirty. I'm not going to clean him or anything. No gun. Yeah, he's a little loose, but that's the way I love him. Always great. The guy had a whole Darth Vader case full of figures, and he was wanting to sell the whole thing as a set. And I was like, "Come on, guy, I just want this one figure." So he had wanted. I think he was asking $90 for the case, and there was like 15 figures in there, including Fett. There was a Power of the Force Gamorrean guard in there, and I was like, this isn't even a vintage figure, but there was some weapons and stuff. I was like, look, I don't even want to buy this whole case. Most of them were pretty beat up. I was like, I'll give you $10 for the Fett, and he took that, and that was great. Same guy also had these vintage Transformers playing cards, complete with lenticular Optimus Prime here on the front. Box is a little beat up, but I checked to make sure all the cards were here. Not only are all the cards here, but they're still shrink wrapped, so that is fantastic. Good deal there. What else do we have here? What else? All right, so in the front we've got Revenge of the Fallen Mind Wipe. Great figure. This one was sitting. It's a little dirty here. I got to do a little cleanup on it, but it was sitting on a table. Actually, Mind Wipe and Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know if this is Revenge of the Fallen or regular. First movie, 2007 Transformers Optimus Prime. They're both in great shape. In fact, this Optimus, I don't know if you can see here, he's still got the rubber bands on his knee pads. Barely even played with. Unfortunately, it is missing his sword, blade, knife thing. But both of them were just kind of sitting on the table, half transformed, and the guy who had the stuff, he didn't really know Transformers or anything, so this thing's sitting on the table like this. Optimus similarly mistransformed and mangled, so I pick him up and I'm talking to the guy and I start transforming them to put him back to normal, and I'm like, what am I doing? Don't make this look like a thing. Keep it looking broken. This guy doesn't know it's he knows it's a Transformer, but he doesn't know if all the pieces and stuff are there. So I'm putting it back together to make sure that all the pieces are there, see if I want to buy it. But then I'm like, oh wait, check it out, see if you can see that it's all there and in good shape. Don't transform it. Don't make it look like a thing, and then just buy it for as cheap as you can. So that was a good find to get those 2 from that one guy. I am disappointed. I didn't notice until I was actually in the car that he didn't, because this isn't a piece I've ever owned, so I didn't think to look to see. I made sure that oh, that was working earlier, but maybe it only works when he's there. It is. So it works. It looks great, but I'm disappointed that he doesn't have his weapon, and that's not something you're gonna just find randomly. Although the guy said he was gonna be there next week, so maybe I'll do a check back, and maybe he will have brought another batch of stuff. And I can pick that up from him. Over here we've got Skeeto, vintage Sectars. He's actually in really good shape. I'm surprised. A lot of times when you find these guys, they're just loose, broken joints. The knees break all the time. They're always discolored. Not so much this one, because he is the darker colors to begin with. But really nice, tight joints. In fact, his arms are so tight, I thought maybe that they were fixed or stuck or glued or something. But he's in really good shape, and his antenna's there. None of his gear, but that's all right. I'll still take it. Here we've got a vintage G1 Gnaw Sharkticon. Hang on, let me move you down here a little bit. He's seen better days. He is just stickers, decals are discolored and ripped and stuff. You can see the chrome on his teeth is just, that's, just abuse. And he's missing his arms. But the thing with, so we've got Gnaw. I'm going to get Skeeto out of the way here. We've got Gnaw. We've got the Micromasters stuff. Power Master Optimus Prime. Let me get Fett out of here. And then Snaptrap, Ultra Magnus. I think I said Galvatron. And then these 3 bags Oh, and of course Slog here. I'm going to put Slog right there. All this stuff. Let's get this guy out of the way. We're going to come back to this guy in a moment here. All this G1 Transformer stuff was all from one spot. And the thing about this was it was one of those, it was an indoor, once a season, once a year sort of charity flea markets where the stuff that's there, it's just donated. It's all just the people who donated. They know it's a fundraiser. They're just trying to get as much money as possible. So pricing is done, it's not, nobody's looking the stuff up. They're just saying like, oh, this is a toy. All toys are $1. This is a toy. All toys are $1. This is a bag of toys. All bags of toys are $1. So it's just, they just throw the stuff out there. So, we just grab as much stuff as you can and pick it up, and you don't know what you're going to get. So I know that, I've got Power Master, Optimus Prime, Micromaster stuff, whatever. But I haven't opened these bags yet. So I don't know which of these things, I can see some stuff through here. I can see that there's some weapons. I can see, I can see that Monstructor's head is right there, and there's a Micro Machine and some other stuff. But I haven't opened up the bags yet, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to pull, we got Power Master Optimus Prime here. Good shape. Pretty standard for what you see at this point. Torn decals. This is actually, I say standard, but he's actually still white. Most of the time when I see these things, they're just yellowed. Joints are really tight on this particular one. So tight that I wasn't sure about moving some of the pieces. Ultra Magnus over here is even rough in terms of joints. I don't know if you can see this pin, but this pin is just, it is rusted. And when I was handling it earlier, I didn't even want to try to force that. I'm gonna have to loosen that up a little bit before I try to move that. Otherwise that thing could just snap right off of there. So I don't know, it's possible that I was off on this tangent, Gnaw's arms, his little T-Rex baby arms, they might be in one of these bags. I'm hoping. That would be great. Snaptrap is in really, really nice shape. Didn't see any of the other Seacons, unfortunately. But, as far as this, he's pretty much all here. He needs a little cleanup as well. And then, let me stop the show for a second here. Props to Mrs. Toy Galaxy, who saw all this stuff and sent me... I was on another part of the flea market, and she sent me a photo of the Micromaster's base here, the Power Master Optimus Prime, and the Ultra Magnus, and said, should I pick this stuff up? And when it was just those three things, I was like, nah, they're probably asking like $30 for all that. Just, that's a pass or whatever. So then when we met back up together, she had those three items, she had bought them, and also Galvatron, Snaptrap, Gnaw, and these three bags. And I was like, whoa, good score. Because she's, she knows this stuff too. She's very good. She's been able to spot these things just as well as I can at this point, because she's lived with it. So props to her, especially because Gnaw here, not Gnaw, Slog, this is how he looked, just sort of sitting on the table, and she knew to check to see if the robot was inside, and he is, and he's unbroken, and that is pretty much where he's going to stay for the rest of eternity, because I have learned through bad experiences that those things break from that gold plastic syndrome. Those things break just by looking at them. Before we get to these bags real quick here, I'm going to just jump over to this guy. This guy's from a line that Road Champs, maybe? I can't remember exactly who the manufacturer is. I don't think it says on it. These guys turn up every once in a while in just like little dollar bins, quarter bins, and stuff. I'm going to get up close here so you can really appreciate this dude. Translucent plastic with a full set of bones on the inside of that translucent plastic skull. Yeah, see if his little gear will pop off here real easily. These figures are just ridiculous. And to the best of my knowledge, I believe it was a Walmart exclusive line of Versus motocross bikers. I think it's called Rivals. Or Wicked Rivals, that's what it is. And there's always like a human guy and then like a zombie or a skeleton skull guy. This one, the theme was air recon, so it was like Air Force versus ground terrors, and they have motorcycles, and there's each guy comes with a motorcycle and guns and a biking helmet, and he's obviously got his gear, and it's just just an insane 2-pack of figures. And I've never been able to get my hands on I could. They're all over eBay, but it's like $30 for the full thing. But I have a couple of these figures at this point that I've just found here and there, and they're insane, and I love them, and it's almost like they were made for me. All right, so back to this other stuff here. Let's jump into these bags. This was the one I really wanted to look at the most, because it looks like it has most of the parts. If any of these parts are actually going to be here, it looks like they're going to be in this bag. And I'm going to raise you up here a bit so we can dump out and take a look. All right, we got ramps and helipads. Like I said, this is a MicroMasters piece. There are definitely some, that's really tight. There are some Computer Warriors pieces in here, which that's exciting. I have a few figures that just show up in, quarter bins and stuff, and I keep an eye out for them, but I have never actually, oh, here's another Monstructor piece, Monstructor's head. I've never had any of the, I've never had any of the vehicles, so that's really neat. This is all Computer Warriors. This, I think, is a Monstructor piece, I think. Actually, I'm not 100% sure about that. But MicroMasters, ramps, all kinds of stuff here. This, again, is Computer Warriors. That said, with these Computer Warriors pieces in here, I'm a little disappointed that I'm not seeing any of the figures. And I know you're probably watching this and thinking, Dan, there's Monstructor pieces in there. Shut up about the Computer Warriors. I get it. Look at this. We got, this is a Action Masters Grimlock leg. Hope the rest of them's in here. Here's the other leg. All right. Can we get a torso and some arms? I don't know who this helicopter blade goes to. I'm guessing this is a lot of Action Masters parts. Feel free to just shout out the answers down below. Stuff I'm not identifying here because I'm trying to go fast. There's I'm assuming that's a Monstructor gun. Oh, hey, look, a ring pop. Gross. All right, that's that batch of stuff. Oh, this is the other one here that is Transformers. Let's take a look at this one real quick. And of course, whenever you see this kind of stuff at the flea market and pieces are missing, you can't help but wonder, did I get there a few minutes too late? And did somebody beat me to the rest of the pieces? Did somebody else got the other Monstructor limbs? Who knows? Can't dwell on that. All right, we got more MicroMaster and Action Master stuff here, including this motorcycle and this. I don't know what that broke off of. A couple of Lego pieces, more Transformer bits. I have no idea what this is. Looks like a little knockoff. Made in Japan. A little knockoff Bumblebee of some sort. I don't know how to transform it without... Oh, there we go. We got an arm. Oof, this one's rough. This one's rough. Oy. Is that it? Is that all you are? Yikes. That's a thing. All right. All right. MicroMasters. Battle Force, something like that. I can't remember what the name of this line is, but there's a couple of pieces of this in here as well. This guy is from this. Ooh, look, more Monstructor parts. Nice, nice. That's all good. A couple more figures. All right, that's cool. Oh yeah, this goes with this over here. Fits in there. I don't know if that one specifically goes to that. There's a Monstructor foot. All right, well, still good stuff, even though there's not really that many other parts to the rest of the things here. This bag has... I don't think there's any Transformers stuff in here. So much tape. But what is in here that is really cool? All right, so we've got Blue Beetle. I love this line. I don't remember what exactly this line of DC figures, DC superheroes was called, but they are fantastic. I love the animated styling. The colors. This is Superhero Squad Green Goblin. And there's a Spider-Man in here. Batman. Fun. This guy whose name I can't remember. And then the Batmobile. This just looks like it came out of a Happy Meal or something. Bearded Aquaman. That's cool. I don't think I had that one. But this was the real score out of the bag here. Translucent Gentleman Ghost. I have the regular Gentleman Ghost. I think he's supposed to have a horse. At least I think the regular one is. I don't know about the translucent one. But this translucent one in here was a fantastic, just, addition to it. This is fun stuff. I like these figures. I think I have Blue Beetle. I don't think I have this Aquaman, Black Manta, or what's his face here. But this, and Batman. I definitely have Batman already. Maybe not that Batman. I think I might have a different Batman. But this Gentleman Ghost is just, that's a great find. And again, all this stuff. Boba Fett, Gentleman Ghost, Monstructor, Galvatron. Pretty good first edition of flea market finds here to kick off the season. I'm just moving this camera all around today. A lot of great stuff. I'm going to have to go through, clean this all up, see what pieces I already have, see what pieces of things might need to be completed. And that'll do it. Maybe play some cards later. So again, great job to Mrs. Toy Galaxy for knowing what to grab. She always goes through the flea market real slow and looks at everything real carefully, and I run through as fast as I can, trying to simultaneously be everywhere all at once. And so she catches a lot of stuff that I miss. But she knows when to buy the good stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Share this video. See you at the flea market. Later.